Welcome to episode 2 of Speak Out Loud. My name is Barry.
And I'm Bryan.
Today we thought we would talk about insecurities because that is something that everyone has. We have them.
Yes.
You have them. Insecurities can be really detrimental to anyone and everyone that has them. And you know someone who has them. You have them yourselves.
I deal with them every minute of my life.
Everyone does, I think. Absolutely everyone does. What's one of your biggest insecurities?
Being around a group of people, I can't do it. Like, I'm insecure about the way I look. I do not flaunt. I'm sorry, it's just, I'm natural. I don't.
That's just who you are.
This is just who I am, and then I'm always thinking, are people staring at me because I'm, like, strutting it too hard?
The way you talk,
and then
I
end up trying to be like, well, I'm just going to try it, and then it looks like I'm crippled.
Well, for one, I really believe that every type of insecurity stems from some type of hate, actually. We are not born with insecurities. It is something that we develop over time.
It's inflicted upon us.
Absolutely, by everyone around us. And
everybody suspects you to be... Expects you. I suspect you. Yeah, that's another... I'm so ditzy with words. That's another... We'll talk about
everyone
that
expects you to be a certain way. And we've got a society of people who are always trying to be perfect. And when you don't measure up, you feel like you're failing everyone around you and yourself. One of my insecurities, absolutely, is the way I look. I think everyone is insecure about the way that they look. We've got television shows. We've got magazines, billboards, music, all telling us that we're all supposed to be 10 pounds and beautiful and always be perfect.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", and I weigh... I'm going to put it out there. I probably weigh about 183 pounds. I mean, a lot of people say that's normal weight for somebody my... I look at myself and I'm like, I'm so...
But that's the point. That's the point. Why do you feel... Why do I feel like I'm too fat? Why do millions of people out there feel like they're too fat, too big?
We know girls that are like this freaking thin. That you can see every bone in their body and they're like, I'm so fat. Every guy that I date doesn't like the way my body looks. I think everybody, I don't care if you got ripped abs, big old tits, I don't care. I'm like, I think everybody, I say girls with fake implants, you know, they're probably like, are my boobs too little, so do I need
Well, absolutely. I mean, anyone, I am a believer in plastic surgery.
Only way I could do plastic surgery is if I really got fucked up in a really bad accident.
Well, I believe in it. I do believe in the society that we live in, that anything that you can do to make yourself feel better, you should do. But when you go to get plastic surgery, if you're thinking about it, that shows that you're insecure.
Yeah.
And like I said, everyone is insecure about the way that they look.
That's like that show we've been watching on Netflix, Bridal Classy. Beautiful women, I swear they're so beautiful, and I'm like,
weigh like 5 pounds.
Yeah, weigh 5 pounds, and I'm like, you're getting liposuction, you're getting facelifts. A girl on there who's like 20 years old getting a facelift. I'm like, why are you doing?
But now, does that stem
see.
from them, or does that stem from the man that they're with?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to be perfect for? Are you trying to be perfect for yourself, or are you trying to be perfect for society and everyone that is around you? And like I said, I do believe it all stems from hate. People hate for absolutely no reason. That's something that we got to stop, people, as a whole group, not this country, not this state. I mean, this entire world. We hate people for absolutely no reason, and you all know you're guilty of it.
We're all, I mean, it'd be hypocritical to say, but like, I don't do it because I do it.
Oh, yeah, you see someone walking down the road.
I'm so jealous of that person. Look how good they look. I bet you they're like the most secure person, but I bet you if you really talk to them, they probably show some insecurity.
But, you know, on the flip side of that, though, like, I was getting ready to say, you would look at someone and be like, oh, they're so perfect. I wish I looked like that. I wish my hair looked like that, or I was that thin, or I was that popular. But on the flip side of that, we all spread hate, too, because you will see other people walking down the road, and you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe they would leave their house actually looking like that. It's human nature to tear each other down.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand why we do that. I guess it's to build ourselves up.
Even in the wrong reasons.
Well, it's all the wrong reasons. If you're tearing somebody down, then, I mean, that's obviously something
Because everybody
wrong.
has their revenge moments, too. Like, they get done dirty by somebody, and they really looked up to that person, and then they'll just sit there and rip them to shreds to make them look better.
Well, absolutely.
Because it kind of covers up your insecurities. Just for, like, that 1 second.
Well,
you have
it does.
to go on with, like, oh, crap.
And we've talked about Facebook and how evil Facebook, I think, really is, how addictive. But for a society who is so messed up, we are constantly obsessed with how we look. You get on Facebook, you invite everyone into your life. You share every moment, every detail of what's going on.
Don't forget about the people who stalk their boyfriends and ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends and they're like, ooh, why is he talking to her? Or why is she talking to him?
That stems from insecurities because you want to know that you were good enough to want to be with the person that you want to be with. Which love and hate. We've talked about hate. Love is a big factor also where insecurities stem
Everybody
from.
wants to be loved.
You constantly, well, absolutely everyone wants to be loved.
And if you
you're
deny
constantly
it,
thinking,
then that's insecurity. I'm sorry, you're lying. If you say you don't.
you want to be alone, you are a loner. You don't care to be by yourself. There are times where we all want to have alone time, but nobody wants to be alone.
I was single for 3 years, and I was like, screw it. I'm just going to be alone for the rest of my life. Fuck everybody. Fuck the world. I'm not coming out of my house.
But, you know, when you do find that person, you fall madly in love. And you're so happy that you're in love. But one of the very first things you start thinking is, will they leave me? Am I good enough?
Yeah.
That's where the jealousy starts stemming from and comes from.
From my past, a lot of insecurities stem from my past. I had a horrible past, and it was my choices I made.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody makes bad choices. I made a lot of bad choices. I've already accepted my past. If I could go back and do it again, I probably would do some things different.
Everyone would.
But it's life lessons. They teach you things. But when I first met him, he'd be like, oh, first thing I said was like, what the fuck they say about me?
Well, you know that people are going to talk about
I'm ashamed of my past. I am.
Well, you're a person who absolutely you're afraid of what people think about you, what people say about you. I could care less. If you love me, then you love me. If you hate me, then fuck off. I'm always going to be who I'm going to be. And I still do have insecurities, but being as old as I am, you have to work through these things. The best thing to do, you embrace what you feel is wrong with you. The things that you find insecure is what makes you who you are. It's what makes you unique. I don't want to be a sheep like everyone else. I don't want to look like everyone else and talk like everyone else and do what the popular people are going to do. You are always going to be your own person.
That's what I had to accept about myself. I'm like, you know, the people, I'm like, I'll see somebody I don't even know. See them for just 1 second. Why should I even give a fuck if they like me or not?
Well, and we've talked about this a lot of times. I've come to him and he was like, well, this person said this about me and this person doesn't like me.
Like
and I'm
the
like,
guy on the bus and just like a neighbor. I'm just like, I got to the point where I finally looked around. When he said that stuff, I turned around and looked right at him.
Yeah.
I meant business. I was ready to go fuck off on him.
Well, I mean,
exactly.
You don't have to go off on people. Be nice to people. Look at someone and be like, you know, don't like me. That does not affect me. Smile at everyone. Embrace who you are and not worry about it. And yes, our neighbor does hate us. He hates us for the fact that we're a gay couple, and I guess he really don't know.
And I did cast him out.
Yeah.
I totally cast him out. I was like, oh.
It was a good moment.
Yeah, it was so good. I was like,
I would like to maybe know what some of other people's insecurities are. Another reason that we are, doing this vlog, we want to reach people and show everyone that we are all the same. When you're sitting there alone at your house and like crying to sad music, and you're like, you know, I'm never going to find this person that I love, and this person at school today called me a bitch or a whore or whatever.
Well, there's a lot of people out there who are like, yeah, I am a whore, I'm a bitch, but at the same time, I think they're just like, they put that name for themselves to make, like, put a shield on them.
Because
Like, if people think I'm a whore, then I'm going to be a whore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that happens to a lot of people. You become
what everybody
says that you are after a point because you find it easier. It's not easier. Never be something that you're not. If you're a freak, be a freak. If you're a goth person, be a goth person. If you're one of the shy, quiet people, then be shy and quiet.
But I have opened up a whole lot since we've been together.
But that has to be your decision. Don't let somebody else push you to do something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
We need to show each other. Talk about your insecurities. It's so awful that everyone has to feel alone. Yeah, even if you're not in love, even if you don't have someone, you're not married, you're not engaged, you don't have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, we need to start showing each other that we are all the same person. We have the same issues. We have the same things wrong with us. We need to stop
singling out these people that are, I mean, you see them. I mean, you can see them everywhere. And I even talk to these people. You'll see them. They're the ones that are always by themselves. They're the ones that never talk. They're the ones that will never make eye contact. You can tell they're insecure people, and you need to just be like upfront with them because that's a double standard. We all have double standards. We're all hypocrites.
Absolutely. Because
when we have our insecurities, why is it fair for us to look at another insecure person and be like, they got issues? I have issues.
We all have issues. We'll save our issues conversation for another episode. Absolutely.
This is going to be like an hour-long video.
You all, for real, give us comments. Email us, speakoutloud3126@gmail.com. Tell us your issues. We will talk about them if you are too shy to talk about them. Post on our Facebook. Comment on our vlog. Anything that you want to do. Let's start getting this out here and showing everyone that we are no different than the next person that we pass on the street. You know, remember that just because someone does not look like they have a lot of money, they could be a nice person.
A lot of people hated me growing up because my mom and dad, yes, they do have money. My mom and dad are rich. I'm poor. I'm poor as fuck. A lot of people looked at me and was like, oh, he's a stuck-up rich kid. No, I wasn't. I rode the school bus. I walked to school. I didn't drive a fancy car. My mom and dad still didn't buy me a car. They bought me a car, but what the hell? Dad uses it the most.
But, you know, just remember that the people that you are getting down on could be the nicest person that you ever met. And the pretty person who you envy could be the most horrible person that you would never want to know.
Yes, exactly. I've met some of the, on the outside, not so pretty people. But you get to know them, they're like the nicest people you'd ever meet. I've talked to like some of the prettiest people, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? That's all they talk about is me, and fuck you. You're just jealous you don't look this damn good. I'm like, why would I want to be jealous of that?
Exactly, but we let that get to us. That's how we get our insecurities. So no matter if you're overweight, if you don't look the way that you want to, keep being strong, keep being who you are. And I guess we should maybe wrap this up today. So all comments are always appreciated, and we would love to hear about other people's insecurities. It's time to start showing the world that we are all the same. Quit putting people down. Embrace everyone that you meet.
Be proud of your insecurities.
Be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I even showed you my insecurity. I didn't really talk that much. I embraced it.
Embrace it, absolutely. So we hope that we hear from you soon, and you keep watching.